you got it this time? Yeah, holla. Now I got you. Oh yeah, now I got you. Now it's rolling in. I reset my Wi-Fi. So I made sure all of my devices were off Wi-Fi. Yes, reset it. We're back. I love it. Now let's do this. I didn't want to start the training and then y'all have to come back in and out and all that because that's super annoying to me when I have to do it. So I don't want to do it to you guys. So reset Wi-Fi. We're on track. I love it. First few things that I want you to do while people are hopping on. I love you, Dana. While people are hopping on, if you would please share this Periscope, invite your followers, because it's only going to be available for 24 hours. I'm not going to post it on YouTube. I'm not going to post it on my Facebook. It's not going to be anywhere. It's going to be here 24 hours. That is it. So invite your followers, share on Facebook, Twitter, whatever you got going on. I love it. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Hello from Oregon. I love it. So let's do that. At the end of the Periscope, I'm going to give you a keyword that you're going to use to be entered to do the giveaway. Okay, so I'm revamping 3 Instagrams. I'm going to have my son pick someone, pick the 3 people that he wants me to do because he doesn't know anybody. So it's going to be cool. So make sure that you stay tuned in till the end. Oh my goodness, Dana, that would be the end of the world for me to see snow. I'm going to Periscope that the day that I see snow because that's going to be like insane. Here's a Cuban born and raised in a tropical country, then have only lived in Miami and Naples, and I've never seen snow. So I'm excited. So let's wait for the questions till the end because I'm pretty sure that I'm going to address a lot of things and a lot of questions that you already have. So we're going to go through those, and I'm just waiting for other people to come in because it only says 887 people, and we had 1,900 and something people before. So appreciate the hearts. This is the first time that I'm ever doing an actual training, especially live, on social media, other than doing the One Team, One Mission in Destin when I did it with Presidential Diamond Noel Cruz. So we're going to wait a little bit for all these people to get back in. The numbers climbing up. Computer muted, so that doesn't bother us. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited for this too. I've been very excited for this because I've been praying over this training for a while, and I think it's going to be awesome. We're going to revamp some Instagrams, and I'm going to teach you how to get people from Instagram to join this rap revolution. So I'm excited. We have people, oh my gosh, that's the best. We have people still logging in. Thank you for asking. I am feeling better. Adrenal fatigue is something really tricky because you can have a lot of crashes and then you go back to kind of square one. So I am feeling better, taking all my supplements, making sure that I'm hydrated. So I'm excited. It's terrible when you feel like junk all the time, you know? So thank you for asking. I appreciate it. I usually know when I have a lot of people praying for me. So yeah, I'm excited. All right, so the number's still climbing, and we're going to get into it because I want to go a little bit over what I talked about yesterday on the pre-Instagram training, okay? And I have a few questions, okay? And if you don't write this stuff down, go ahead and make sure that you go back and review the replay so you can write this stuff down. But when you're talking about Instagram or you're talking about Facebook, and you're talking about social media in general, you want to make sure that your social media presence is strong because people are attracted to people that have strong social media presence, okay? So here are a few things, and this is the foundation of working social media and getting social media to work for you, okay? So who am I as a human being, okay, is your first question. The second question, what do I stand for? The third, what is my mission statement? Okay, everyone should have a mission statement. What are my interests, dreams, hopes in life? And what is my brand as an individual? Okay, so those questions, your answer to those questions is going to dictate if you're going to draw people to you in this business or you're not. When you're working Instagram, you have to remember that you're working with a cold market. Okay, so these people don't know you from Adam. So how do you get people that don't know you to trust you, okay, and to want to join your team. So I'm going to teach you that tonight, and hopefully by the end of the night, you're going to, some light bulbs are going to go off, and you're going to be like, okay, we need to revamp Instagram, and we're going to be able to attract more people to you, okay? I have never DM'd anybody on Instagram. I don't do cold messages. I don't do DMing people that like my pictures. I don't do any of that. So what I do is enough to attract people to message me. And that's the goal, right? Not to have to be out there chasing people, but to attract people to you. So we're going to share that tonight. And I really want you, before you put this into action in your Instagram, I really want you to think about those questions. I want you to answer those questions. I want you to have a mission statement. Because without the foundation of who you are as an individual and what it is that you stand for, you cannot have a strong social media presence, okay? Long term. I mean, we're talking, if you're going to rock this business for 9-10 months, awesome. Anybody can do it in the back of a camel, okay? But if you're planning to be here for the long run, then you've got to work on self-development, because who you are as a person and your self-development is going to come through social media. And I cannot tell you how many messages I get of people asking me, how are you such a magnet for other people? And listen, I didn't wake up one day and decide, I'm going to be a magnet today. Like, I'm going to attract all these people. That's what I'm going to do today. I really didn't. And I believe that the fact that you're always working on who you are and who you want to become is going to attract people to you. And who you are is going to attract the kind of people, the same kind of people that you are is going to attract them to you. So you attract who you are to your business. So think about that. What it is that you're putting out there on social media. If it's frozen, go out and come back in. If you're trying to attract people on social media that are runners, that are, go-getters, then you need to be those things, because if you're not those things, people can sense that. I don't care if I know you or I don't know you, but I can sense. I have a sixth sense, and I can sense from miles away through a computer who it is that I want to work with and who isn't. Okay, so we're going to get right to the training, and this is kind of the same outline that I use for Destin. Okay, so be the brand. What does that mean to be the brand? I went over this. If you are a part of the How I Built a Triple Diamond in 8 Months through Instagram event, I put some things in there and talks about being the brand. What does it mean to be the brand? Well, we, represent a company called It Works, right? But we're independent distributors. You're not a corporation outside of, you don't own like GMC or anything like that. You are an individual, right, that owns a business. So your brand is going to be who you are as an individual, and that is what you're going to sell to the world. Like Jim Rohn says, whether you sell toilet paper or you sell, whatever else it is that you sell, you're not selling a product, you're selling yourself. And when you master selling yourself, okay, to other people, you're going to master social media. And you're not only going to master social media, you're going to rock this thing all the way to ambassador. Okay. So if it's something that you do, if Instagram becomes something that you do from the outside, okay, you're not going to do it well. Instagram is about being creative. Instagram is about being inspirational. Instagram is about finding out and putting out there who you are and your interests and likes and who you are as a person, altogether. So if Instagram isn't a lifestyle, we say that about the business too, right? If it isn't a lifestyle, you're going to have an issue having people join you, because then it becomes something that you do. And Instagram is the absolutely same way. If you're thinking Instagram is something that I do, okay, then you're not going to be successful at it because it becomes a task and it's a to-do list. If Instagram becomes something that you love doing and sharing who you are through Instagram, then you're going to do it well. And that's how you're going to attract people. So, work on your social media persona, okay? So I talked about this in the video yesterday. When people mention your name, what are you known for? Okay. What are you known for? And people need to know exactly what it is that you stand for and exactly who you are, right? So there's a few keywords that I want people to know when they mention Lady Lightner. So when someone says, hey, do you know Lady Lightner? First thing I want to come to mind is she loves God with everything she has. Right? That's one of the most important thing that I want people to know about me. So whatever it is that you want people to know about you, you need to be working on those things to be known as that. And I understand that sometimes you're going through life, and I shared this on the video yesterday, and you kind of get lost in who you are. So it's really difficult to work Instagram and to go out there and to inspire people when you yourself may be uninspired. I've been there, so I know, oh, I love you too, Noelle. I know what that's like. And, you know, as a mom, and those that don't know me, I have 5 children that we homeschool. As a mom, it's really, really difficult. It's been a very difficult journey to find out who I am in this business and who it is that I want to be. And my Lighty outside of wife and mom and God follower, who am I as a human being, to be able to reflect that on social media. So that is so very important about becoming your brand. Sometimes you get lost in those roles that you play, either wife or mom or something else, and then it is really difficult to work social media. So when you hop on Instagram or when you hop on Facebook, you are posting things out of survival. Okay, you're not posting things out of, this is the best that I have to give. This is me being inspired. This is me giving the best that I can to the world. You're posting on social media because, you know, when is the next loyal customer that I'm going to sign? When is the next distributor that I'm going to sign? People aren't signing up. They need to be signing up faster. So we're constantly working and operating out of a mode of trying to sign people instead of coming in wanting to inspire people. If you're coming in trying to inspire people, then you're going to cause a movement of people that are going to want to follow you. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So we will get into all the technicalities of Instagram, but life coaching is my gifting, and it is, I don't believe that you can do social media well for the long run if these things are not taken care of. So something that you need to ask yourself right now from your Instagram profile. If I went into your Instagram profile, would I be motivated? Would I be inspired? Okay, so if I hopped in your Instagram right now, would it be an Instagram that I'm like, yes, I love this. I love it. I can empathize with her. I think I can work with her. I love her vibe. So is it a profile that inspires, or am I going to hop on your profile and I'm going to say immediately she's trying to sell me something? So think about that, because that is a number one question that I want people when they hop on my profile. I want them to be inspired. I want them to love what they see and to feel warm. Okay, this is the key to marketing that I find is absolutely mind-blowing. And when I found out, I told David, man, I should have gone into marketing or something, because this is genius. Okay, marketing is about selling people a feeling. Okay, so when you look at any commercial, okay, on TV, when it is a car commercial, they're trying to sell you a feeling. So there's a family buying a car, and you know, it's on Christmas time and it's Christmas morning, and commercials play with your feelings and your emotions, and they get people emotionally tied into, they don't even know what they want to buy. They're just emotionally tied to it. So when you think about that and someone, you know, hops onto your profile, can they get that feeling? Can they get the feeling of warmth? I love what she has going on. I love this vibe. If they're not loving it, then you're not going to be signing people. And this month alone, I've signed 3. I have another girl signing up from Instagram, people that have never met me. But if I hop into your Instagram, I need to be able to say, I love this Instagram. I love this. I can be working with her because she's someone that is going to inspire me. Okay, so don't have a strictly it works profile. Okay, that's a huge no-no. I wouldn't join somebody that has a strictly it works profile, because I feel that's very salesy. Okay, so if you're not excelling at marketing and knowing how to get people in to your profile through all these other ways that I'm going to tell you how, okay, other than it works, then if you have a strictly It Works profile, that's not going to work too well for you. Okay. So out of 5 pictures that you post on Instagram, okay, 1 to 2 max needs to be It Works. So let's say I post a fitness picture, and then I post my dream car, and then I post my child, and then I post flowers, and then I'm going to post a picture about It Works, either the business opportunity or a before and after. And then I'm going to start that pattern all over again. Okay. So make sure that you're spreading it out. Make sure that your post includes everything that, listen, let's stop here for a minute. If I was to post on Instagram, everything that happens on my everyday life, if that was what my Instagram is about, I would still be at executive right now. In all honesty, okay? Because I am not that exciting, y'all. I'm really not. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to make Instagram, super exciting for people to follow me, and not only to get followers, but to retain followers. If you're posting stuff like just that you're doing every single day, it is not that exciting. I don't know. I wouldn't want to follow me if I'm posting stuff I'm doing every single day. I'm like, girl, that is way too just you're homeschooling too much. You're just doing all these things that ain't nobody got time for that. So your Instagram needs to be not where you're living in the present right now alone, but you need to project your dreams and your hopes and all of that, everything that you are as a human being on Instagram. Okay. Like for me, my niche is fashion and makeup. I love that. That's what I thrive. So I can't go, my niche is never going to be hiking. Okay. Because first of all, I would never go hiking because I would die. Unless someone's following me, chasing me, that's just not going to happen. And second of all, it's not going to be bicycling or yoga. I don't do those things, so it's not going to be that. So find something that you love doing, and that's your niche, and you're going to perfect on it, and you're going to add other things that you're interested in. That's fine, but find what it is, what your groove is, okay? And yeah, I'm sure you would pay for it. But after 5 kids, you cannot go jogging and have accidents. So that's just not going to happen. Maybe one day I'll go crazy enough and Periscope that, but that's not happening this week. So think about that. I would definitely die. I'm terrible. I'm in terrible shape. I need to start working out, but, okay. So 1 to 2 pictures. I've only been doing 1, to be honest with you, 1 out of 5. Because I want to draw people in. And this is what I'm doing with my Instagram. I'm drawing people into my Instagram through pictures that have nothing to do with It Works. Okay. So through fashion, makeup, all these, everything that's on my dream board, what my kids are doing, homeschooling, flowers, working from home, all these other things that I'm interested in, bags, shoes. Then people come to my profile and they're like, oh, she does It Works too. And then they read my post. So my profile on Instagram needs to be glitz and glam everywhere with sprinkles of It Works. Okay. And where I think that a lot of us get it wrong is that we do it the other way around. We do lots of It Works because we think if we do more of It Works, then we're going to get more people in. And we do, here and there of everything else. And even when I've seen people's profiles that do 2 pictures and then 3 pictures, 2 pictures of It Works and 3 pictures of everything else, your everything else is not going to attract people in because you're not posting things to attract people in. Marketing isn't about what you want people to see. Marketing is about what people want to see. So if your other 3 pictures is not what people want to see, it doesn't really matter how good of a ratio you have because that isn't what they want to see. So you need to be finding out as a business owner, what is it that is trending? What is it in the arena that I am in and my hopes and interests and all of that? What is trending? You know what? Running a business is difficult. It is. So if you want to rock Instagram, you got to do your homework. That's what it comes down to. There is no here's what you do and it's an easy peasy way to do it. It isn't, because everyone is different. Everyone's a different individual with different hopes and dreams and all of that. So no, everyone's Instagram isn't going to, the goal isn't for everyone's Instagram to look exactly alike. Okay. So your individuality and who you are needs to come through Instagram. If you have a good ratio of posting, but your content stinks, you're not going to get anybody to sign up. You're just not. So think about that. So how to retain followers? You want to make sure, okay, that your Instagram, like we said, is rocking. And the also thing, oh gosh, I cannot believe I just said that. I need a minute. I can't believe I just said that. The also thing. Okay. I am smart. I promise you. Some days. Today may not be the day. But also, the thing that I wanted to say is that I forgot what I was saying. But we'll get back to it because I will remember. This is like, this Periscope is going to be down in the books. Like, just, y'all need to watch this because it's just, I can't deal. So, I'm glad that y'all are laughing. That's so adorable. Okay, so you need to post what inspires you, okay? So what inspires you needs to be on your Instagram. Instagram is worked completely differently than Facebook. So don't try to replicate what you're doing on Instagram on Facebook because that isn't going to work, okay? So share your journey with the world, okay? So we talked about finding your niche market and what it is that you love doing, and you're saying how, yes, okay, squirrel. How to retain followers. You can retain followers by having a killer Instagram profile, okay, and by not annoying people. So don't go out there DMing people, everyone that likes your pictures. That doesn't mean that they want to be in the business. That doesn't mean that they want to buy your product. It's super annoying. So I wouldn't do it. I've never done it. And I went triple diamond solely through Instagram. And I've been working Instagram consistently and have been going back to signing a lot of people from Instagram. So something else that I wanted to talk about retaining followers and actually Instagram working for you is that you need to sit down and think about how many posts a day you want to do. Okay. Ideally, I will post throughout the day, and I'll post 4 pictures in the morning and then 2 later on before lunch, and then 1 at lunch. I try to spread them out, but let's say you can't post that much because you're working, right? So either get an auto poster for Instagram, okay, and you can Google auto posters for Instagram and you can find whatever's best and works for you. I don't use auto posters, so I don't know what's out there that can post to your Instagram. I know there's stuff, but you can prepare your auto poster the night before so it can continue to post your Instagram daily throughout the day while you're working. But if you think about it, you need to write down how many times a day you want to post on Instagram. And if you're in the hospital and you are dying, you post on Instagram, okay? Because consistency is key on Instagram. See, when I wasn't being consistent on Instagram and I was posting in the morning and then I was posting at night and then I wouldn't post for 3 days, I didn't get anything from Instagram. I would not sign a fly. So when you think about that, consistency is key on Instagram. Whether you do 5 pictures or 5 million pictures, you need to do them consistently. Okay, so sit down and think about how many times you want to post a day and think about the things that you want to post. Think about colors too, okay? And we're going to go into apps in a little bit. Think about color schemes too, because that's something that I think about too when I'm posting. If I posted something blue, I'm going to post something pink or white or black next to it so it can pop, make those things pop. And that's the designer in me, I guess. I want things to pop. If it's not popping, it's not good enough, okay? So we need to delete and repop this thing. So think about that when you're talking about color schemes, okay? So you want to make sure you do 2 white pictures and then a pink picture and then 2 pink pictures, your colors in your Instagram. And that's something that I've actually thought, and the reason I learned this is because I logged into someone's Instagram and he's a musician or something. As soon as I saw his Instagram, I was like, oh, I love this. Like all the colors just popped at me at once, and I was like, I don't know what he sells. I don't know if he sells anything. I don't know what he does, but I want to know who this guy is because all these colors are in my face and I love it. I'm loving the vibe. So that's huge. That's why my Instagram is so colorful. I think I don't like monotone anything. I mean, I'm Cuban, so we don't do monotone anything. So think about that. So people on Instagram are looking to be inspired, okay? So how you get followers on Instagram. So we know that by liking pictures, commenting on other people's stuff, and following people is how you get people to follow you. Okay, so I have been very picky, and how I did it the first 8 months has changed to where I am today. Okay, your Instagram should always be public, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget. Wrote it down. Okay. Good grief. What was I saying? Retaining followers, getting followers. Okay, back to that. Getting followers. So the way I did it for the first 8 months, I just like looked up, and I've used this example before, like L'Oreal, right? So I went to L'Oreal and I followed every single person. And this was back before Facebook owned Instagram, okay? So rules have changed. And now you can't do that because it'll flag your account, but you can still follow people. I would go follow people from places that have a huge women following. Example, L'Oreal, Maybelline, Victoria's Secret, right? So we know that those places have huge women following. Also, think about your local places, okay? Think outside the box. Think of your local places. What local shops or stores or maternity stores, you get a lot of moms following them, restaurants or whatever, that are local to you to get those local distributors and local loyal customers. Go through their followers list and check their profiles. If there are women that you think, I want to work with these people and I love their vibe, I think they'll be great, then follow them on Instagram, okay? So, if you need like a video on how to do Instagram, like Instagram 101, there is a video that I posted on my Triple Diamond training event on there. So think about that because you have a lot of locals on Instagram that you can be targeting, and we ain't targeting because we're not thinking about that, okay? So if it's local, I do follow private pages because if you think about it, most moms that are local are not like working social media or anything like that. So to protect their children and things like that, I understand that it's private. So I don't have an issue with that. So here's the thing. You only get a first impression. I love your heart. I'm so cute. I'm so cute. That's what my daughter says. I'm so cute. Okay. So Abby there for a second. You only get a first impression on social media once. So once that person opens your profile, they're either going to be like, their whole world is going to explode in their face, or they're going to be like, eh. So you want to make sure that they open your profile and all those colors are popping and stuff is jumping at them. And they're like, I don't care what this lady sells. I don't care where she's from, but I want some of that. So that's what you want on there. Public. Okay, so we are talking about having it public because, here's the deal. Because we are with It Works, because we do sell wraps and the business opportunity that we have, I would not put my social media accounts to private, okay? Reason being, I want people to follow me. I don't want people to think. People want to know who they're following. If people have to think, like, what does she have to hide? Is she going to try to sell me something? Like, what is going on that profile? I may not want to follow it. People are on Instagram to look for inspiration. That is a reality. People are on Instagram to look to be inspired, to be motivated, and all that stuff. So I'm thinking of myself as a customer. If I am going to follow somebody that is with a company, I'm not sure that I want to have that as private because I want to know what it is that I'm following. So I think you get a better rate of followers, okay, if you have your profile to public. Do I accept it works distributors following me? I usually don't. Okay. So, and here's the thing. I've gotten a lot more, I don't know. I'm working Instagram a little bit differently than it was before. And I do allow distributors to like my pictures. And I do have some ladies that have commented, and it's nothing poaching or anything like that. So I'm okay with that, because the place that I am in life right now is very different than where I was when I started at Works. So I feel that I've gotten a lot more friendships right now that they're trustworthy than when I first started the company. I really didn't know anybody. So in terms of liking and commenting, I'm okay with that a little bit more now. When it comes to following, I usually don't allow distributors to follow me, and I block distributors from following me because of 2 reasons. Okay, you ready for this? One of them is when people are trying to get followers on Instagram, because the name of the game on Instagram is to get followers, right? So if they go through my followers list and they follow everyone on that list, then Networks distributors will start popping up on their feed. Okay? I don't want that, because I've already lost potentials if that happens. And second of all, tags. And we're going to go into tags. Here we go. We're on tags. Let's talk about tags. Okay? Tags are your target market. So I use at least 25 to 30 tags every single picture, as much as I can. And I don't want anyone saying, well, so-and-so said. It don't matter what so-and-so said, okay? Because I'm not changing something that's not broken. And we're talking about how I built to Triple Diamond in 8 months through Instagram. And this is what worked for me. So if it's not broken, I'm not going to fix it. 25 to 30 tags per post. And this is why I get more people, more distributors from the tags that I use coming to my profile than people I follow. So tags are absolutely key to my business, because they're my target market. So if you think about this, if I post a picture of my makeup, right, and I use all the tags related to my makeup, that is my market. I am targeting all of that, the fashion, the smoky eye, the bold lips, the whatever that they look, and all those hashtags. I'm getting an insight into all those hashtags. Okay, so that is my target market. I don't want someone copying my target market, and there is absolutely no distributor that should go into someone else's account, okay, and copy and paste their hashtags. That is a huge no. Like, that is worse than following a distributor. To me, that's equal to poaching, to be honest with you, because it takes so much time and energy and effort to be able to get, work on your hashtags and be able to think outside the box and target these other markets. And then there comes a Networks distributor and they copy and paste all your hashtags. So that's a huge issue. So don't do that. Yes, I've seen it. So a lot of people that I have blocked have either just copy and paste. It doesn't even, I understand we're going to use fitness hashtags, weight loss hashtags, because those are just, whatever, we can use, that is the same for all of us. I get that. But when I'm posting stuff that's unheard of because I'm up all night thinking of stuff and someone else just copies and for real, y'all? I just need a sip for here in a minute. Let's not do that, okay? So use your hashtags wisely, and don't use the same hashtags over and over again, 2 pictures over and over again. So if I just used a fitness picture with fitness hashtags, I'm not going to put another picture next to it or 2 pictures down with the same hashtags, okay? So you can find out on Google what hashtags are trending, and it'll come up with all the hashtags that are trending, not training, trending. So don't use the same hashtags back to back. So we talked about your profile should reflect a whole lot of awesomeness sprinkled with It Works. Okay. So yeah, we have Every single post I hashtag, absolutely. Like a post that doesn't have a hashtag on it to me is a naked post. And we don't want anything naked on Instagram. So always hashtag, always, 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 forever. Okay, I don't understand what that writing is, and I'm not liking that writing, so I'll block you. I don't understand that. So, okay. So your profile should reflect a lot of awesomeness sprinkled with it works. Yeah, yeah. I had way too much coffee today, y'all. For real. Okay, so when people look up your hashtags, your pictures come up. Whether you use, hair products, hair care, whether you use, lipstick or smoky eye or whatever, you have all that market that you're targeting, and they come to your profile and they should be like, I love it. I love this profile. I want to join her in whatever she's doing, or I want to buy from her. So draw the people in through your other pictures and then expose them to the It Works pictures and the business opportunity. So that is the key to Instagram. If you are thinking of Instagram as I'm going to rock this Instagram deal with It Works, and you're not thinking I'm going to rock this Instagram deal with going out there and sharing myself with the world and inspiring people, and then the outcome of that, or the byproduct of that, is that you're going to have people that are going to want to join you because they're going to see those sprinkles of It Works on your profile. You're doing it all wrong. So we need to change that. Okay? So a call to action. I always do call to actions when I talk about the business on Instagram. And what do I mean by that? Every single post that I make about the business, I give someone, here's the thing, when you post, like, message me about the opportunity, right? Most people won't message you because they don't know what to say. But if you post, text, video, or text opportunity, or text whatever you want them to text you to, and your phone number, then people are going to be like, you told them what to do, so now they know what to do. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. I'm a type A, so you don't need to tell me what to do. Like, if I want to do it, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. But most people aren't like that. So you need to give people a call to action. So in all my posts that I post about the business opportunity, I do have a video that I made and I share with them, and it's a party pad, right? So I say text video to blah, 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 blah. This is a great way to reduce poaching on Instagram. So if you have people that are interacting with you and asking you questions on your Instagram, it is super easy for people to poach. But I make it almost impossible because there's always never anything on my comments in my Instagram. So I always take it off of Instagram. The conversation always needs to go to my phone. So that is how you guard your, I am a red, total red. Like, I think they run out of red with me. They like made me so red. It's like, I think other people didn't get red because I got it all. For real. So think about that. That's how you protect your Instagram. So I'm not really worried about distributors that are looking at my Instagram and stuff like that, because I protect my Instagram and I protect my prospects. So all that, the conversations come to my phone, not my Instagram. Okay. So are y'all ready for apps? This is the funnest. That is a word. That is the word. This is the funnest part of the entire thing. Apps. I love apps. Also, if you don't follow me, I made a new account for Instagram, and I made it kind of like a mock account to my real. Sorry, I heard something. Good grief. Like, it would be me periscoping, like coming out with my Glock in a minute here. This would be bad. I'm sorry. I think we're okay. But if y'all see me running, just somebody turn a video camera on or something. Okay. So, apps. We're going to go into apps. Yeah, that would be a fun time while I'm periscoping. Y'all will be able to see it too. Okay. So, PicsArt and WordSwag, okay, are my two main apps. We're loaded. We're locked and loaded all the time. Ain't nobody going to come save me, so we got to make sure that we can take care of ourselves here. So PicsArt and WordSwag are my two favorite apps. They're my go-to apps always. So those are my go-to apps, but I've discovered, okay, new apps that I'm super excited about. Okay, so write these down or come back to the replay and write them down. So BeFunky, BeFunky. That is the app I use to be able to make my pictures pop. Okay, so there's a backlight effect on there that really makes your pictures pop. So you can work with the saturation of your pictures, and you can work with the backlight of your pictures and make the greens like super bright green. So if you have dull pictures that you want to use, but you want those pictures to pop, import that into BeFunky. I don't know about Android, to be honest with you, because I get hives when I'm around Android, so I don't know anything about Android. I had Android when I started at Works, and it was the most terrible thing on the planet for me, so I had to go back to iPhone. But write them down so you guys can figure out if Android has them. BeFunky, so it's BeFunky. BeFunky. So yeah, who would name an app that? BeFunky. I don't know. You love Android? We cannot be best friends. See? We just can't. I can't even deal. I can't. I'm team iPhone all the way. Team Mac, everything. And it needs to have an Apple on it. So BeFunky will edit your pictures, okay? Then Repix, REPIX, is going to give you the sparkles that you want on your pictures, okay? So Repix is one that I use for sparkles. Photo Candy, okay, photo like picture, photo and candy, as in I want to eat candy right now, but I can't because I have a conference and I need to fit my Herb Ledger dress, and if I eat candy right now, I'm not going to fit in it. So kind of like that, Photo Candy. It gives you photo designs to make like the outside of your photos and all that stuff like super fancy. If you want to do something different for your Instagram, that would be awesome. So Photo Candy is another one. And then ta-da is for filters. That's literally an app. Ta-da! TADAA. You have tons of filters on there. I'm the filter queen. Y'all know it. I love my filters. Okay. And then I've had so many people ask me, Darlin, how do you get the gold letters on your pictures? Just like that, with that accent too. I've been asked so many times. The glitter letters, it's from Rhona. Rhona Designs. RHONNA Designs. Yes, ta-da, with 2 A's, like that. So you go on Rhona and you can do gold glitter. Oh, I die. Just saying gold glitter, like I just die. I think everything in my life just needs gold glitter around it. They have silver glitter. They have, Rhona is, you do need to purchase Rhona. I think all the other ones are free, but Rhona you need to purchase. And I swear, I think I've spent like $30 on the app already. Oh, my cup offends you? I'm sorry. Here. Oh, that's so good. Okay. So Rhona app is awesome. I love it. Glitter letters. You can do like glitter like crowns and everything else. I love it. It's amazing. I love y'all too. So a unique profile is going to set you apart. No negativity on social media. The cup is always half full, right? Because here's the thing. If you're posting stuff that is uninspiring, like I can post a picture of this bottle of water and nobody cares, right? But I can post a picture of a bottle of Penta water and it's going to have like flowers in the background and all this stuff, and people are going to take notice. And this is where people don't understand why all these promos that I've made have been absolutely key for me to run my business through social media. And reason being is that you need to set yourself apart from everyone else. And how do you set yourself apart from everyone else? You need to have something different. And in order to have something different, you need to create something different, because you're not going to be stealing other people's stuff, right, to use. So therefore, you download your apps and then you become a photographer, because an entrepreneur, you have to do a lot of things in life, and that's one of them. So you start looking of what is the best way that I can take this picture with my greens, right? So I can hashtag all those tags that I want to use for my greens. So you can go ahead and think about how you're going to take a picture of your greens. So sometimes you see a picture of someone like drinking their greens, and the picture is all like grainy and it's not high quality. Like, people are not going to pay attention to that. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. Like, nobody wants to see this hot mess when it is a hot mess with a cup of drinking greens. Like, if it doesn't have something that's going to make it pop, then what's going to set me apart? So that's how the whole graphic thing came into being. Do you think being beautiful has helped you be successful in IG? When I actually first started, I was not taking pictures, and I actually don't take a lot of pictures often, because I usually look like a hobo. That's my daily outfit. Like, I just wake up and I'm like, no, we're not doing this today. And then I do that every day, and then I never do it. But I usually never get dressed, and when I do, I take like a few pictures just so I can make sure that I post them on social media so I can look hobo-less in social media. So I feel that who I am has allowed me to sign a lot more people than those that don't really put themselves out there on social media. I'm not sure that looks have anything to do with it more than being able to rock it in confidence, because you don't have to be like, I'm not the most beautiful woman in the entire universe, and I can still rock it because, first of all, I'm confident. I'm not a size 2, and I don't care. So I just work my social media with confidence. I own what I have. I am confident in who I am. So if you portray that on social media, it doesn't matter if you look like a Victoria's Secret model or if you look like, you know, you're 300 pounds. It doesn't matter, because what you're selling people is on the feeling. And if you make people comfortable with with your confidence, then people are going to be okay with that, regardless of what you look like. So own it, girl. You just own it. Okay, so we talked about Facebook is different, right? And on Facebook, you have a little bit less of a cold market, so it's a little bit more of a warm market, so you don't want to spam your feed on Facebook, which you can on Instagram. So those are some of the things that really propel me to do Instagram and go rocking on Instagram. I honestly use the Instrack, INSTRACK, is the best app I found so far. Thank you, I appreciate it. The best app I found so far to unfollow the people that are not following you, okay? So you can use that app to be able to do that. You need to feel for your own Instagram to see, you know, how many you need to unfollow at what rate, okay? Only you can be able to determine that. So think about that. You can use Crowdfire too. For me personally, I like this one better, but it's really upon preference. It's not that one is working better than the other. It's just my preference because of the buttons and stuff. So actually, back when I was working Instagram for those the first 8 months when I joined It Works, we can actually unfollow 120 people at a time and follow 180 people at a time. So then Facebook bought Instagram, so that went to poops. So yes, I said poops because Instagram was absolutely amazing, and then it's just everything changed, so you have to really know how to work Instagram now, so it's a little bit different. So if I missed anything, let's go ahead. Do you use an app and do questions? Do you use an app to schedule posts? I don't. I don't use an app to schedule posts because I am a weird individual. I need to have a feel for my Instagram because Instagram is an art. And I feel that I need to have a feel on my Instagram and what's trending and what's not trending to be able to use that. So what is the name again for the app? Hold on a minute. It's Instrack, INSTRACK. On the text, where on Rona are the glitter letters? When you go to Rona and you go to text, the bottom has all your colors. If you swipe all the way to the right, all the glitter is at the end. Also, let's talk about Instagram description, okay? So if you check out my Instagram description, it will say like Jesus follower, and it has a little church on it, and it says wife to Superman, and it has like Mama 5, and it has all these other little things, and I have emojis on it. You want to be able to use that, the emojis, okay? And then my Facebook profile, this is key. Listen to me. My Facebook profile link is on the description, okay? I own a website for It Works, and I can post it on Instagram. That's no problem, but I don't want my site there because I don't want people to follow me and think she's going to try to sell me something. So I post my Facebook link. That way, someone can go click on it and send me a friend request immediately, okay? So I don't space it perfectly. I just put a space on it, and however it comes out, it usually comes out really good. So I guess I'm just lucky with that because there's no like trick to spacing it out. To me, there isn't. So I've tried different things, and the way it comes out, I don't know. There you go. Look at that. Publisher app for spaces. Do you use Facebook to build your business also? I get overwhelmed trying to do both. I do. I actually, when I was the #1 distributor enroller in August, I signed 28 distributors. 26 of those distributors came from Facebook, and 2 of those came from Instagram because I was not working Instagram. How do I get all my distributors if I don't cold message? I get all my distributors by, what is that marketing thing that I'm drawing a blank here. I posted it today on my profile. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me go to Facebook and look it up a minute. Attraction marketing. Okay, attraction marketing. Attraction marketing states that someone comes to your profile or whatever it is that you have going on social media, and because of who you are, that person is going to want to sign up with you regardless of your product. Okay, so think about that and look up on YouTube Jim Rohn, look up John Maxwell, and look up Les Brown and all these people that have really been amazing in forming me as the individual or leader that I am today. That's why Jim Rohn, attraction marketing is a reason. Jim Rohn says, regardless of what you sell, it does not matter, because what matters is selling yourself. The way you sell yourself is going to dictate if people are going to want to join you or not. So the key to all this thing is, how do you portray who you are through a cold market to people that have never known you? Because it is very easy to do and portray yourself and put yourself out there with people that know you, your warm market, but it's really, really difficult to put yourself out there to people that don't know you. And how do you do that? Exactly, Anne. Personal branding. Branding yourself is the key. Okay, that doesn't mean that you own a name or you own a hashtag or whatever. Personal branding means when someone says your name, then those first things that come to their mind is what you're known for. So therefore, you need to work on what it is that you're known for, because that is your brand. Who you are is your brand. Okay, I know I have not read that book. And yes, on social media, I post very few pictures of my kids. I used to post a lot more, but I don't. And I do not have a separate Facebook account because this is my lifestyle. So I don't really need a different Facebook account to work the business. The business is my life, so you're going to see everything on there. I have not done expos. I've done them for distributors of mine that have done them. But I have not done them for myself. I actually did a rep party when I was a Ruby, and I have never hosted a rep party for myself again. So, trending, tags that are trending. There's tags trend all the time, and there are different tags that trend all the time, like selfies are, selfie, the hashtag selfie trends a lot. So, like I said, you need to Google tags that are trending for Instagram, and all those tags are going to come up. So you can do your homework on tags and stuff like that, but definitely don't use other distributors' tags. How do you bring up the business when DM or IG with someone? I don't bring up the business with anyone because I don't message anyone. But I get people to message me. And how I do that is by posting, getting my posting pattern done and making sure that my Instagram has the wow factor. If your Instagram does not have the wow factor and your ratios are good, but your Instagram is blah, you're not going to attract people to you. So by having those call to action on my Facebook posts, people text me and people message me. I do blitz everywhere I go. I do that, and I've asked people to like host rep parties for me and all that stuff, but my warm market was non-existent when I started this business. I was pregnant for 4.5 years. I had 4 babies in 4.5 years. 2 girls were 10.5 months apart. So we literally came home with a baby that didn't crawl, that didn't walk yet, and a newborn, and did it the following year and did it the following year. So I really didn't have a warm market to expand to. So I had to do it from a cold market. Yes, I do. 1 to 5. I do the 1 to 5 ratio all the time. So let's say I'm posting 20 pictures a day. I do 1 to 5. 1 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 5. So 4 sets of 1 to 5, so everything is spread out. If someone shows interest in the working opportunity, I try to move that conversation to text, okay? If they do say, hey, can I get some more info, then I'll go ahead and send them a DM. But I don't make it a habit of DMing people. I try to post all day long. So I want to make sure, that when I wake up in the morning, I try to post as soon as I wake up so we can get the accounts going. And you can look back on the Periscope and the replay what a call to action is. We went over that. And a 1 to 5 ratio is 1 picture of It Works and 4 pictures that have nothing to do with It Works. So what is the latest I post? Whenever I'm up. It doesn't really matter because it has all those hashtags, and that is who I'm trying to target. Okay, I'm trying to target the hashtags, not really my feed more than anything else, if that makes sense, because the hashtags is where I get people from, not from my feed. I use my real number. I've never had an issue with it, and I've been with It Works for 2 years now. For It Works post, lifestyle better. I do a lot more lifestyles than I do before and afters because I get a lot more distributors from Instagram than I do loyal customers. So I don't. Nope. Unless it has something specifically to do with It Works, I don't write about It Works in any of my pictures. I work every day. So like every day, girl. So it actually, my first month on Instagram was really slow, and then the second month was like it started picking up really good. So should we use trending hashtags even if they don't apply necessarily? Here's the deal with that. If I have a bag, right, that's a Louis Vuitton bag, and I'm posting a picture of that Louis Vuitton bag, okay, most people would post the hashtags that only apply to that Louis Vuitton bag. I don't. I use all the hashtags that apply to that Louis Vuitton bag, and I put all the similar brands that are to par with Louis Vuitton, and I post it on there because people that will love the Louis Vuitton are people that are going to love, you know, Burberry or, you know, whatever other 10 million bags are out there. So that is the market I'm trying to target. So I will use other tags for that picture. Fashion, like other stuff that has nothing to do with like Louis Vuitton. Now, we're not talking about posting bike, you know, hashtags on a Louis Vuitton bag. We're talking about staying in the similar market. So yeah, you need to go back and clean up your IG. I recommend going back and deleting pictures and making sure that your Instagram is up to par every once in a while. I have not been focusing a lot. Oh, thank you. I have not been focusing a lot on following people more than making sure my tags are on point and my profile is on point. So however many people you're following daily, that's really up to you. Where I get my business, the core of my business from, is tags and having a killer profile. So I'm not really too worried about following and unfollowing. I don't do it as often as I probably should. How do you make good videos? You either do it from love you. Well, I'm glad you're not offended, Dana. My phone, I take good videos with my phone. I have an iPhone 6 and I do iMovie. So all the trailers that you see on Facebook that I've done before are through iMovie. So I use iMovie for all my video editing. So that's awesome. I'm excited to meet you. I love Florida. It's so hot here though, like for reals. Are we posting all the pics at the same time? No, we need to spread it out. So I'll post several pictures at one time and then post. Yeah, I actually don't use my computer unless I'm like editing a video or I want to make sure that that I type something really fast. Thank you. I think the key to being an entrepreneur, and it really doesn't matter what business you're in, is being able to think outside the box. Because if you're doing what everyone else is doing and you're thinking what everyone else is thinking, then you're not going to be legendary and you're not going to be different. And different and genuine is what people are looking for. So if you think about Instagram or social media, think about what is it that makes you passionate about what it is that you're doing, and then portray those things on social media. So here's the thing. I'm not afraid to talk about my faith on social media, on Instagram or whatever. When I started, I was so terrified of posting about my faith because I was thinking, oh my gosh, no one will ever join me. But God and I had a little come to Jesus meeting, and I've never been afraid ever since, and God's taking care of my business. And don't be afraid to go out there and let the world feel the weight of who you are and let them deal with it. And that's a quote from John Eldredge that I absolutely love, and I live my life on that. Let the world feel the weight of who you are and let them deal with it. Because I think we're so taught to think inside the box. Don't think any differently. This is what you do. This is what it is. And then everyone's following this little set of rules that everyone's following. And then nobody's getting anything great. The people that are doing great are the people that are going, nope, I'm going to do my own thing. And I'm going to reinvent this whole thing Instagram has done. And I'm just going to go out there and I'm going to rock it. Those are the people that are doing well on Instagram. The people that are playing it safe are the people that are not getting anything from Instagram, to be honest. So I don't play it safe with anything in in my life, as you can tell. I just go for it. I have like ridiculous faith, and my husband's amazing. So he has ridiculous faith in me when I don't have it in myself. And he's like I could literally tell my husband, I think I can fly. And he'll be like, oh, sure, you can fly. You can do anything you want to do. So I think I'm Superman. Or Batman. I think I can be Batman. So someone asked what my religious background is. I was raised Catholic and came to Jesus when I was 6. And then 19 years old, rededicated my life to Christ. And I've been walking with the Lord ever since I was 19. Went to Bible college to get my master's in divinity for biblical counseling. And that's me. That's all. That's all there is to it. I would like to post at least 12 times on Instagram a day. So that's my ideal that I would like to post on Instagram. Okay. I get pictures from wherever it is that I'm inspired. Okay. So whatever it is that inspires you, you need to find out if it's from Tumblr or wherever else, then you can use those pictures because most of those pictures are to be able to reshare. That's what they're there for. So May I ask a personal question? Gee, I don't know. We have like 1,000 people on this Periscope. I'm terrified of what you may ask, but ask away. So where do you get good pictures and background pictures from? Morgue Files. Morguefiles.com. Morgue as in dead people morgue. Yes, I know, it's creepy. Morguefiles.com has a tab on it that has copyright-free images. That's where you want to get it from. And also you want to go to deviantart.com. And DeviantArt has a ton of like little diamonds and all that stuff on it. So whenever I find a quote from someone I like, I usually want to, I want to use that quote. I want to give that person the credit, and I want to jazz it up a little bit because we talked about being different on Instagram. So I do jazz up all my stuff just to make it pop. So DeviantArt is the other one. No one has told me that. I don't know that I know who Demi Lovato is, actually. I don't recommend you delete the pictures of your kids. I have pictures of my kids in my Instagram. So someone asked if it was difficult to come to this country and not speaking English and being difficult to speak the language. And yes, and I can tell you this, my husband can attest to this too. There's things in the English language, even though I don't have an accent, that I cannot still pronounce. Okay, like to save my life, I just cannot pronounce those things. Spanish was my first language. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I've been talking like all night. Spanish was my first language. And then I learned English. I didn't learn English till I was 10 years old. So there's it was really difficult because I was picked on a lot. I used to wear a lot of hand-me-downs because my parents just came with a backpack. We didn't have any money. So I was picked on a lot. It was really difficult because I didn't speak English and I didn't really know the language or anyone for that matter. So it was really difficult. And when I joined this business, I was set out to go to the top. And I didn't care how long that was going to take me. So I claimed Black Diamond the first night that I joined this business. And I said, one day I'm going to be Black Diamond. And come hell or high water, there's nothing that's going to stop me. How do you get people on the phone, please? This is one of my... I don't get... What do you mean get people on the phone? I think I've actually talked on the phone to like 2 prospects. You mean talk on the phone or text on the phone? I haven't met all the distributors that have signed up. Absolutely not. Because 100% of the distributors that I've signed up, I didn't know before. 99.9% of them I didn't know before it works. And they were all from everywhere. So, yes. In the world we live in, people really don't want to get on the phone. Okay? So, that is the reality. So I would text, and here's the thing. If someone tells you to email them, you email them. If someone tells you to text them, you text them. If someone tells you to DM them, you DM them, okay? Because if you can't follow those directions and someone tells you, text me and you're calling them, that's already a red flag that you can't even follow directions, nonetheless lead someone to somewhere. That is very, very, there was actually a study done on this, and it was published in Forbes. I believe it was Forbes, and it talks about the new generation of how people are doing business, and when someone tells you to text them, that's exactly what they want you to do. They don't want you to call them or message them. DM. Okay, so when someone asks for more information, what do I do? And what I usually do, what I reply to people that want more information is I do have a 7-minute video, so this helps me tremendously. And I go over what my team has to offer. Okay, so I say, here's a 7-minute video that you requested, and I just want you to know that, I have an amazing team of leaders. I have all the tools that I use to build my business through social media on my team page. I have the graphics that you're gonna need. I have all the, so I go over my boot camp, okay? And then I say, if you have any questions, I would love to mentor you. Here's a 7-minute video. Let's chat after you see it, okay? So everything they need to know about my business, how it's run, and what I have to offer is in that message. And the 7-minute video is not available for you guys to share because it goes over how my team works. So I don't want your prospects to be looking me up on Facebook and all that stuff, please. So no one trained me. I actually signed up and I didn't have a working upline. And I've trained myself since day one. So, haha. No, actually, I don't even have my upline. Like, Joel Dunn is my ambassador. He's not even on my team page. Like, my team page is like if you're in there, girl, yes. I have people go to my It Works and they sign up all by themselves. So I have not physically signed someone up on paper since like a million years ago. No, 9,788. Not a million, but that's how long it was. I let people go to my page and do that. I don't do Latin. I do Spanish trainings because I'm terrible at Spanish. So like my English is great, except I don't know a few words and I can't pronounce them. But my Spanish is absolutely terrible. So that would be like, I would need a glass of wine before that, and then we would Periscope that, and that would like end up in the news because that would just be crazy. How did you get so many followers? Are you talking to Instagram or Facebook? I did. I have built completely from social media. I have signed up one distributor from Blitzing and a couple of loyal customers, but everything has been through Instagram and Facebook. And no, I cannot do a Spanish training. That is not, no bueno. No bueno for me. And for you. I mean, no bueno for either of us. Because that's, no. I mean, I was like, maybe I should have a glass of wine for tonight's training, but I never drink. So I was like, oh no, that's not a good idea. But you need to do what works for you, and the entire world is on social media. So, rock it. If you can rock social media, you would do amazing. Any advice for college distributors who are just starting how to be reliable? You just need to work the business and work the business consistently. And the best way to get Instagram followers is to have amazing content and follow people. Follow people, have amazing content, engage the people that you're following, and make it a point to comment on people's posts. Like, if there's a lady that I really want on my team on Instagram, right? Found her through like the parenting hashtags, and I think she would be absolutely amazing. So I go on her stuff ever so often. I message her like, hey, I'm here. Like, hey, you got to join my team. So yeah, I comment on her stuff because I love it. I comment on, like, depending on the picture and stuff. And sometimes I see other distributors doing absolutely amazing on their content, and I love it. And I'm just like, I pop in and I'm like, I hope you're having a great day. And that's it. And there's distributors that do that for me too. And I love that because just supporting each other. I'm not worried about poaching or anything like that when it comes to that. So I do rep parties for my distributors. Okay. So like if they want to do a team rep party and bring everyone in, I'll host it for them. I don't do rep parties for myself because I don't have anybody to host them. Like my entire team is international. So I do that for them, and we do monthly rep parties online. So every single month we have a rep party online and we have a work from home event online. So if you don't say anything related to It Works in your posts, because I make posts that are It Works related, so I do talk about my business on those It Works related posts. On the other 4 posts that I make, I don't talk about anything that has to do with It Works. Hi, doll. Some of them did. Yeah, some of them did actually. After I went diamond. How do you do an all-in rep party? Look it up on YouTube. There's actually a lady that taught me how to set up, because I had to look all this stuff up when I joined. Like, I literally joined and I was like you can hear crickets. I had no idea what I was doing. None at all. I do post about the products I use all the time, and all of that, but most of that posting is on Facebook or that one post that I get. You do, yeah, it's way better that you do your own video because people want to know who they're working with. And I think it's better to see it in a video than to just send them like, here's some info on the business. Like there is no, here's who I am. This is what I have to offer you. I would love to work with you. It's different and people can see you. My lipstick is from Burberry, actually. I don't know what it's called because I just order it. I use all of our products, actually. Like, I've even used Estro Rhythm. I don't use it anymore, but I did. Every single one of our products. I believe in being the product of the product. So my cabinet is always stocked with everything from chews to the bars to the protein shakes, everything we use. So just because I don't do red parties, y'all, doesn't mean that I don't use all the products and have tons of gear and do everything else all the other amazing distributors do. I just build through social media. How do I help my downline stay consistent? There's like 900 of you still here. And yes, it's a Burberry liner too. I inspire my team by leading by example, and I don't candy coat anything. So if you've known me for a hot minute, you know that. So I lead with the truth and I lead by example. So I'm always working. I'm always thinking outside the box. I'm always trying to improve what I did yesterday. I'm trying to improve and become better than what I was yesterday. I don't have any competition. I don't see anybody as my competition in this planet. I don't care who you are. My sole purpose is to become better than who I was yesterday. So my lane is where I need to be focused on. And I relay that to my downline. They need to make sure that they're doing what they need to be doing because I'm doing what I need to be doing. So I cannot make someone work. They need to be able to decide if they want to do it or not do it. And I'm there providing them the tools and providing them everything they need to work the business. But the actual doing part, like I can't work the business for them. I can work the business for me, but they need to be doing their own thing. And I do wear It Works gear a lot. We buy a lot of It Works gear. So I love representing the company that gave us the ability for my husband to stay home. So you can lead a DT to rep, but you can make them blitz. You can make a DT do anything. So if they don't want it, they're not going to do it. It doesn't matter if you're a rocking leader or if you're not so great or you don't know this or you know the entire universe content of stuff. It doesn't matter because people need to make their own decisions and you're not going to make those decisions for them. So if people don't want to do that, then like I get people ask me all the time, how do you keep people from wanting to quit? You can't. You can't. Because you can't talk someone into wanting to work for their dreams. Like you can't do that. And I do understand that sometimes, you go through a difficult time and you're there to talk to them and all that stuff, but I don't convince anyone to stay if they want to quit. So someone asked, I do place all my distributors and local customers. That's just the way I built. Yep, you can only inspire, you cannot motivate people to want to do this. I'm so glad you guys got something out of it other than my cup offending y'all. I do use a few hashtags on Facebook, but not that many. Morgue File is the picture, and it's a website, it's not an app. Morgue File and... Oh, it's another app that's really good for backgrounds? Cuptakes. Cuptakes. Like cupcakes, but instead of cake with a T. Cuptakes. So, yeah. Cuptakes. Cuptakes is amazing for backgrounds. I love Cuptakes. Okay, so those that stayed on, right? I'm going to go while I have you on because I want you to have the first... I want you to be the first to be able to get in on the giveaway. So give me a minute here. And I'm going to post on that event. So if you have your computer out, make sure you go to that triple, how I built a triple through Instagram. Okay. Go to that. I'm going to post a picture on there. Okay. And I want you to post hashtag worth it under it. That's how I know you stayed through the entire thing. And when people ask you, what does that mean? Don't answer it. Do not answer it, okay? So I'm going to post on it right now, and then you're going to go to it. And right under the picture, you're going to post worth it. And that's how I know you stayed the entire time. And then my son is going to pick 3 people tomorrow. And here we go. I'm going to post a picture. And if you don't post worth it under this picture, it's not going to count. It has to be under this picture, because if not, I can't keep track of y'all. So give me a minute. Okay, hold on a minute. See? Okay. Sorry, I had to move y'all. It's going to be a Facebook post. I'm making it right now. If I can spell. All right, the post is up. So now right under the Rockstar post, you're going to post hashtag worth it. Then everyone that's going to post it on there, my son is going to pick 3 people, and we're going to do an Instagram redo after Christmas. We're going to do it, and we're going to Skype, and we're going to make your Instagram awesome sauce. How do you push past the hurdle of coming back after being sick? You know what? That's really difficult, dealing with a chronic illness and having to pull yourself together and come back and work the business. It's really, really difficult, but it's just like working out, okay? You got to get back into it, and you have to stay consistent to get back in your groove, okay? But if you don't do it, then you're never going to get there. You're never going to get in your groove again. So I would write a to-do list, and I would write down what my goals are for every single day and start small. And then as you go on, then increase on those goals. It is on Facebook, and a lot of you have found it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Lots of you there. It's moving too fast to type. That's funny. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, y'all may want to turn the notifications off on that post. I'm watching it, and it's just like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Okay. I'm so glad y'all watched it. That's awesome. I had a lot of fun. I'm glad that we kind of got this together, and I don't train my distributors through text. I actually have a pin post on my team page where all my training videos are on there for how I work Facebook, how I work Instagram, everything from A to Z in this business, how to blitz, how to do a rep party, how to do a rep party online, where to get paid, where to get gear, like everything is on that pin post. So every single distributor that joins my team is trained the exact same way, okay? And the winners will be posted tomorrow. I'm going to ask Frankie to pick 3 people. So tomorrow is going to be posted there, okay? Okay, so I'm wearing Make It Forever HD stick foundation, and I have the Hourglass highlighter on. So, cupcakes, yes, that is perfect. Can you post more than once? No. So one post is 1 entry, and that's it. So, thank you. I love it. So make sure that you guys share this with your followers. So before we drop this Instagram Periscope, make sure that you click right by the number and share it with your followers. And you can share it on Facebook, you can share it on Twitter. It's only going to be available for 24 hours. I'm not putting it anywhere other than here. And thank you so much for your kind words. I really, really appreciate it. You posted it on Facebook on the training page. So the picture is on how I built to triple diamond in 8 months through Instagram. The picture is on there, and then everyone commenting under it. So I hope this was helpful to you, and I know that, you know, there's so many ways out there to work Instagram. But I honestly, from all the research that I've done and all the life coaches and all the people, the mentors that are in my life, I think that I found the absolute best way to be able to represent myself and my brand through social media. And if we can all do that, I think that we would get a lot of feedback, because you know what? The entire world is on social media. So there's plenty of fish for all of us, okay? I have never paid a dime for any posting, sponsor ads or anything like that on Facebook. I have I've boosted my videos, but it had nothing to do with the company. It had to do with my Christian videos that I wanted to boost to get more people to see them. But I've never paid to advertise my business. So I wanted to make sure that whatever I did is duplicatable, and my team cannot spend thousands on boosting for ads. So I didn't feel like I should be doing that. So I haven't, and I probably won't ever. So thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you guys tag your team, send them here to watch it. Only 24 hours available. I had so much fun with you guys. I hope y'all have an amazing night. Bye, guys.